Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Christina, aka ThatVarietyNerd, and today we're doing something a little bit different. That is correct, you are not seeing things incorrectly. We are back with more Sims 4 renovations. My logic is that, well, I want Sims 4 content to keep on keeping on here on the channel, even if it's a once every now and then update. The save file is still a thing. It's going to happen. We did not get the Star Wars pack, full disclaimer. We're not getting that until it's on sale. Because, it didn't feel right to me. But that's a whole different discussion. I have two videos kind of reacting to it. And all that kind of good stuff. So as per usual, just get comfy and cozy. Get your snacks, get your choice of beverage. And let's just sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. We are in a base game home, Riverside Roost. It is the house with two doors. Well, really three if you kind of count the two on the front and then one on the side. So we get rid of one of those doors. For some reason, I decided to start with the landscaping on the outside because I always forget to do it. So that might be where my logic is coming into play. My logic is like, okay, if we kind of figure out this exterior a little bit, we can figure out this layout, then we can figure out the rest of this house. So that was kind of the goal there. And you'll see in the screenshots at the very end, you'll see that, well, everything was very boxy, very closed off. It was not a good time, to say the least. But I think we alleviated some of that. Not so much in the upstairs part, but there wasn't a whole lot we could really do up there. The original floor plan had a master bedroom upstairs and like a bathroom, but what we decided to do, and you'll see it, is that we turned one of the spaces downstairs, which was an original bedroom. We split it into two rooms so you can convert one or both rooms into an extra bedroom or two, in case if you want to go that route. But what I decided to do, I kept the kitchen very similar. I kept the same countertops. I kept the same, a lot of different things that were pretty much the same. I think the fridge and the stove were still the same, mainly because I didn't want to spend a ton of money renovating it. And I think the house turned out to be around the same price that it was originally. So I think that's not a bad deal here. But yeah, this roof didn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all. But sometimes you gotta go with things. You really, really do. But my goal was to fix the exterior, fix the layout, and then make it nice and cozy. So I kind of had in mind with this house, like it's a very much like old school, old timey-ish kind of house. But like, you know what I mean? It's like it's not like your grandma's house, but it's like maybe somebody in their 50s or something, 50s or 60s. Maybe they inherited the house from their parents and they tried to renovate it, but it didn't really go too well. They modernized the bathrooms a little bit, but the bedrooms are still pretty small. But they work, and that's what matters. So as you can see here, we're fixing the layout on the inside now because this layout was a mess. Like the kitchen was its own world, like literally, I think the entire thing was boxed off at one point. And it was just not a fun layout to work with. It really, really wasn't. But here we are. It's going to be a good time. And so we have a dining room right over there. So you see how I split the bottom bedroom into two? Well, that is because we have a dining room area. We have a proper dining room area because, again, I wanted it to feel like you were maybe going to your aunt's house or your grandma's house. My thinking was like maybe a grandma passed away or something and then like an aunt or something kind of inherited this house. So that was kind of my thinking there because that just made logical sense. And so you can see it's very much closed off, but we finally got it together. So I wanted there to be some separation between the kitchen, dining, and the little office nook sort of area because, again, I'm a proponent of functional spaces in The Sims. That's just how I roll. I changed the flooring a little bit, invested a little bit of money there. If you have laundry day stuff, that's the only other pack that I used. Otherwise, it's all base game. Just make sure that your move objects are turned on. So I also was trying to go for this island area here in the kitchen, but like nothing was working. I was having a hard time in the kitchen until I decided, you know what, let's just keep it, this weird sort of creamy peachy color. I don't know how else to really describe it. But we eventually end up with this yellow and white sort of theme to match the outside of the house. But I think it turned out pretty well. Sorry about that, had to get some water. So yeah, I kind of, once again, I envisioned this as kind of like an older home because let's be real. Willow Creek is meant to be like more of an older neighborhood. lots of families. It's very much a family-oriented community. So that was kind of my logic and thought process there. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I should probably mention this earlier in the video, but if you hear a noise or something like that in the background, that is my wonderful dishwasher. Yes, I have a dishwasher in this place. It's exciting. Speaking of which, you can always see my apartment tour in one of my vlogs, which it should be on the vlogs playlist. I have so many playlists on this channel, it's ridiculous. Like, I swear, we're gonna get to things, we're gonna finish all these games. It's gonna happen. We just have shifting priorities all the time. Like, before the end of the year, we're gonna try to get as many of these series, like, wrapped up as much as possible. Definitely not the Legacy Challenge, because that's the thing. That is its own beast, it is its own entity. But, yeah. So, I want to make sure that we had a couple of Sims videos out this week, especially because from Saturday to Saturday we're going to be doing wrestling content because of the new video game coming out on Friday. So it makes sense for me to go like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that sort of schedule. We should be back to normal the following Saturday with our content. It's supposed to be regularly scheduled. They might do some fun stuff in between then, so we'll see. But I hope that you all are enjoying this particular video. It's very different. Definitely something that I try to keep it fresh with these videos, just in general. I like to keep things fresh in The Sims and in my builds and my renovations, that sort of thing. This is on the gallery. Again, just make sure that move objects are turned on. If you don't have laundry day stuff, it actually, if you click on the icon, it shows you which things were actually included in the build, so that way you can kind of figure out, like, what's missing, which I think is quite nice. So, as you can see, we have a small little dining room, so if you don't have laundry day stuff, you're going to miss out on that round table. But it can easily fit like a decent sized table in there. I kind of checked it out. You could probably sit at least 6 people, I would argue, just in general, no matter what the size of the dining room is. So I want to have a little office space. I'm kind of picturing like maybe this person works from home, or maybe they wanted to have like, a distance learning room or something like that. I mean, we're all at home, so I mean, you might as well have a little room dedicated to just, work or school or some combination of both. So for me, like, I work from home, so it's like, okay, cool. I have a little nook that's kind of built into my living room, which is really nice. It's like right next to like my closet space, which is, even better. So yeah, my little space is just tucked away in the corner, and then I have the kitchen right there and all that kind of good stuff. So that's kind of where everything kind of went into my little setup. So if there was a little bit of a transition, I had to do this build in 2 parts because sometimes you start to get tunnel vision and you need a break. That's kind of where it's at. So hopefully, like, we're going to have this more as a regular thing because I know you all enjoy these renovation videos. And I want to do more with the base game too, because let's be real, like, outside of the Star Wars pack, if we're kind of basing it on the last couple of years with the releases with these new game packs, expansions, and stuff packs, we had a stuff pack with... Yeah, we had a stuff pack not too long ago, right? Yeah, we had Nifty Knitting, which was, I believe, in... Oh, no, July. Yeah, it was like right after I moved. Then we had the game pack, so we're due for an expansion pack. Now, the last couple of years, we've had expansion packs in November, and I'm kind of hoping that's the case again this year. That way I can give myself some time in between things. We'll do a whole Let's Play, renovations, whatever you all want me to do. So whenever we get like a new world, I try to renovate it. Some worlds are just beyond help. Like if we ever get the Star Wars pack, I'm not doing a renovation on any one of those 3 lots because I'm afraid to break anything. So there is that. The only mod that I have installed right now is MC Command Center because it actually kind of progresses things and it makes sense to me at least to have that in there. And it doesn't lag my game, so I can't really complain about that. But I wanted to have 2 little spaces here in this living room, getting back to the renovation. One with a little TV space, and then one that's more of a fireplace, just something very quaint and cozy, read a book, that sort of thing. And if you don't want to have the real fireplace in there, you could probably put in some hobby or skill building things. Again, whenever I have these sorts of renovations in mind, I like to keep the layouts flexible, so that way you all can, like, have fun with it, and, take the shell and run with it. That's kind of how I see it. So yeah, I used a lot of laundry day rugs in this particular build, but that's the only pack that I used, so that's kind of where we're at. I'm thinking of actually doing like a... Oh god, what am I going for here? I'm actually trying to think of what I'm trying to go with here. Oh my god, I just had like a total brain fart. I was thinking about doing like one of those buying guide videos. That's what I was going for. So that way, because the holidays are coming up and the bundles are a thing. And so you might be thinking, okay, well, maybe my friend wants to get into The Sims, but they don't know what DLC to get or what to start out with. That sort of thing. So it could be my personal favorites, it could be some combination of both. That sort of thing. I'm also working on an extra side project right now, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully that'll be in the works, and hopefully by the end of the month I'll have something together. I say is like halfway through the month. But nonetheless, I hope you all enjoy this renovation. If you want to track my progress as to what we're doing in the save file, I don't record and upload every single one of my builds or renovations just because sometimes I just like to do things off screen. So there you go. But it's in a nice neat Excel sheet, that sort of thing. So that way that way it's easy for me to track. It's pretty simple. It's color coded. What more could you ask for? That's kind of where things are at, right? Right. So if you take a look at everything, it's like, oh, this is actually pretty nice. If you want to create your own save file or at least have a template, like you can at least you feel free to use mine as like a template. I don't mind at all. It's really not too difficult. Like, I'm pretty positive there might be better templates out there. But sometimes it's just the hard part of getting started, you know what I mean? And then now it's like, okay, Christine, you took like 6 weeks of a break here between stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry. My last build video was like when we were building Magnolia Promenade. So like nearly 2 months ago was the last time I really touched the save file. So it comes in spurts. Like I'll work on it for a couple of weeks and then I'll just quit for a couple of weeks. Like it's how we play The Sims, right? There's kind of that running joke where it's like, okay, new expansion pack's out. I'm going to play it all weekend and then not touch it for 3 months. Like that sort of thing. But I want to actually, get the save file going. I want to work on more of these lots. Some of the worlds are just really big too, or at least for me anyway. Some of them are like smaller, like Strangerville, or even like, oh god, like the vampire world and stuff like that. Like the smaller ones we can knock out pretty quickly. The bigger ones, medium-sized ones, are like, oh god, this is gonna take a while. So just some food for thought there. But I really enjoy the building and renovating part as much as I do the gameplay part. I don't have a particular preference. I just enjoy it all. That's how I roll. That's why I like trying to do challenges like this Legacy Challenge where we're doing a rags to riches kind of vibe where we're gonna like build over time. Like my off-screen one has gotten absolutely ridiculous, but I'm here for it. So I'm hoping that this one that I have going on YouTube is going to get just as ridiculous. Anybody that knows my Sims Let's Plays or I've watched even one of the videos that I've had, I have a number of Sim series. I did a few expansion packs, but now we're starting to go back and covering the ones that we didn't go through our Legacy Challenge. So that's kind of where we're going. If you want me to cover a pack in particular as its own separate entity, like I'm all for that as well. It's all up to you all. I'm here for it. But my goal is to hopefully work on this, hopefully, get more of this accomplished with the save file just in general. It's an eventual save file. It's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. So that's kind of where we're at. But yeah, I needed a break from it, mainly to settle into my new apartment, all that sort of stuff. And I hope you all have been enjoying the ride as well. It's been a fun journey. We're getting there. Screenshots are coming up per usual. And of course, this is on the gallery. I changed the roof at the very end, but that's what the exterior looks like. As you can see, it's a lot more cozier and more inviting. It's still sectioned off, but it's not like glaring. Like if you want to, you can kind of have like a window right through there or something like that. But I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. I know this is a later upload than what I expected today. I didn't actually plan on it. I'm like, oh, I feel like building a house or renovating a house. It was one of those things today, right? Right. So those, we have the before shots, we have the after shots. So there you have it. Either way around, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. Any and all support is much appreciated. And I will see you all around later. Bye, everyone.